Hi everyone, tonight is the Super Bowl final. American sports, very popular, that most of the world, a lot of the world is watching the game tonight, following it in general. I'm not watching it. Personally, I'm not into it, but it's fascinating how so many people are interested in it and, you know, how much commercial, how much television, how much exposure something gets. So potentially important, very, very important. Messages can be brought, good messages, unfortunately bad messages also, but we can seize on this opportunity and I scored over there. I got it in the net. So I was back in the day a massive basketball NBA supporter. I loved it when I was growing up as a kid, as a teenager, I remember. So American football, that was never my forte. I was never into it. I don't understand the rules of the game. But nonetheless, when hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of people are following something tonight, you know, it must be something, there's a message to it. So as I said before, I don't think I ever watched an American football game, maybe a few minutes here and there in my life, but the message tonight is huge within regards to it. Obviously, is there any meaning, spiritual meaning to this game or not? Obviously, the short two-word answer is no. There's no meaning. You know, it's in that aspect, it's meaningless. But how many people can be mesmerized by this thing? They get interested in this thing, give up all their day in it, count weeks and months, how much billions of dollars are going into it with all this advertising, all this revenue, everything going in it. It's absolutely mesmerizing, but it got me thinking over here. There's going to be people there tonight that are going to be without their shirts on. They're going to be shouting. They're going to say, go 49ers, or whoever the team is, or the Chiefs, or whatever it might be. They're going to be so passionate about it. It's going to be their lives. They're going to be in the freezing cold, but without their tops on, with their tattoos out and everything else. So you get actually a message from this. You see how passionate and how much desire and how much motivation all these supporters are going to have today, where they've probably saved thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to come there, to fly there, to enjoy there, to get drunk there, or wherever it might be, and how passionate they are, how much it's going to make their year if they win, how much depressed they're going to get over the next few weeks if they lose. How about us? Those people have that frivolity, they've got that desire within regards to this game, this American football game over here. They've got so much passion, so much desire. They're willing to go in the night in the freezing cold to try and win and to celebrate and give up everything for it. We've got the Torah. We just came out of Parashat Yitro. Only last week. This week naturally was Mishpatim with all the mitzvot. The week before was Parashat Yitro. And we went through 400 years to get to that stage of Matan Torah, or to walk into the wilderness after the Kriyat Yam Suf. To get the precious Torah, we got it. We got the present. We got this precious gift from Hashem. And unfortunately, friends, when, you know, Hashem sees that these people in the stadium, how much devotion they've got to all of these mundane things, it can be a prosecution, but it can be a motivation. Why is it a prosecution, friends? Because they're seeing how passionate someone can really be over something that they feel is important. The Torah is also important to us, friends. We've got the Torah over here. We've got the Talmud. We've got all the Mishnayot. We can seize it. We can learn wisdom the whole time. We should be doing it. Hashem is looking, all these supporters, how devoted they are, how much motivation, energy they're putting into it. Why aren't you motivated with your present over the Torah itself? So it's a prosecution in a way, you could argue. However, it can be a motivation, because you could see that a lot of these people, they're going to the stadium without the top, they're freezing and everything else, how much motivation they've got. All the more so, you can take that motivation of watch this, let's just say this ordinary person, this person that's got nothing better to do. He's just watching, he's addicted, he's watching all these games, all the scores and everything else. We can channel that inside our Torah learning, in our growth, in our midot, in our characteristics, to improve ourselves, to become better. We can use that motivation that someone else is doing, that desire, that punch, that everything else that they've got, and we can channel it in ourselves with our avodat Hashem. How are we treating other people? We try and become the best. How we are learning? How are we praying? Are we going 3 times a day? Are we turning up late to the synagogue when we finally do come? What are all the parameters over here? And another lesson can be learned from this, friends, over here. These two teams that they're in the final today, they worked hard, all these people. They killed themselves, literally. 20 hours a day, they're on the pitch, they're training, they're battling, they're drinking, they've got special diets, they're all these protein shakes, whatever they're doing, all these push-ups, all these weights. They're running in the freezing cold. They're doing so much effort to get to this final, to get there. We've got a final every day, friends. Every single day of our lives is like a cup final with every single doing. What is the most important prayer service, one could ask? Is it Yom Kippur? One might think, yeah, maybe it's Rosh Hashanah. Maybe it's Shabbat Shira, which we just came out of 2 weeks ago. Maybe it's Parsha, the Bar Mitzvah of yours. No, the answer is the next prayer service is the most important one, because we don't know if we're going to make it. Beyond that, we should treat every day as if it's a cup final. It's our last day, potentially. Let's try and achieve in this world. In every single aspect that we want to do. Become great. Become the cup finalists. Become the champions in everything. And one might say, it's too difficult. It's difficult for me. I can't do this. These challenges are too difficult. I can't. Yes, you can. We're made in the image of Hashem. Hashem's given us that koach. And one might think, I struggle in these things. It doesn't matter for me. The things I struggle on, it's not relevant. All the more so it's relevant. If we find there's a task that is difficult for ourselves, that's the thing maybe we should also concentrate on also. Because Hashem has put us in this world to conquer the Yetzer Hara, to battle it, to work hard. If everything's easy, you'll pick and choose the mitzvot. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do X. I'm going to do Y. I'm going to do Z the next day. Then it becomes a pick and mix raffle over here. But if we take on things that we find difficult also, obviously we've got to do everything. But we should also battle on with those things that we are struggling with. We have difficulties in something that's very, very difficult. We struggled. Many people in modern day, in 21st century, have various addictions. That is why we were brought inside the world, friends, over here, to battle those things, to conquer it, to become better, to become the best versions of ourselves over here. And these people that are playing tonight in the final, they worked hard, they toiled, they battered, they motivated. The amount of work ethic that went in to get here, it wasn't just a few weeks of or a whole season. It was a whole lifetime training for that. And this is on the pitch that they're doing over here. It's a pitch. At the end, they get the trophy, they get the gold, or they get the silver medal at the end. But we've got that every day, potentially. We can use our Avodat Hashem to become great versions of ourselves, to protect the Chayalim, to protect the soldiers, to protect all of Am Yisrael. The key is with all of us over here, friends. Over here. We every day have the choice of doing good or bad in every single aspect. But that also goes with tefillot. That goes with our Avodat Hashem. That goes with how we treat everyone else. That goes how we are with everyone else. Are we helping other people? In every single aspect, we should treat as a cup final and try and become the best versions of ourselves. And at the end of the day, one will say, who am I? I'm just an ordinary person. I'm not that great. I'm not that great. Someone could rationalize. They're going to say, they're going to ask me, am I Moshe Rabbeinu? No, I'm not. Look at me. I'm not. But at the end of the day, God is not going to say, were you Moshe Rabbeinu when it comes to 120? He's going to ask, why weren't you? Why weren't you Robert? Why weren't you Peter? Why weren't you the best David you could have been? Why weren't you the best Eric? Why aren't you the best Nissim? Or whatever your name is. He's going to ask that at the end of the day, because we've all got our capabilities. And it's painful at the end of the day if we don't achieve the greatest. The person that's most fulfilled is once they have fulfilled their potential. If we don't fulfill our potential at the end of the day, then there's always going to be that thing where, I missed out. I didn't do my best. I'm angry with myself. How did I not do it? There's going to be that attitude at the end. We've got to become the best of ourselves. We've got to come into that Super Bowl final every single day and try and win the final every single day and try and break the world record within regards to how we actually are with Avodat Hashem and everything surrounding those parameters. So I'm wishing you all a great day. Don't spend too much time watching. Just check the results if you're into it afterwards. But you know what you can do actually? If you've got that burning desire to actually watch the Super Bowl final, learn Torah instead. Imagine it. You get a greater reward. you're actually going to sacrifice that time and learn Torah instead at that point in time, then check the score later. Why go through so many minutes? Okay, it's pleasure and everything else, but there's no greater satisfaction than learning a blot of Torah. So I'm wishing you all a fantastic day. I want to dedicate this B'Hatzlacha to Shena Bat Abram, and also it's another person called Hillel Eitan, also Eitan Hillel, for Refuah Shlema, and just brachot here from Israel.